1. Okay, so we are starting our session, and yep, if we wait like till 10, 15, or 20, then nearly all people show up. So, okay, guys, can you mute? Thank you. So, okay, guys, so thank you. Mute. Okay. So, what we are trying to do here is also there's that one very important thing called a secure gateway. I had to create. Then there's how to install hotfixes in Citrix and what's the procedure. There are many screenshots that I had to take to while I was doing you know one go for practice go for the secure gateway. So all the screenshots are on the other application, which I'm looking at my second screen. So I'll be doing that stuff and discussing all the features and portions of that installation of secure gateway, access gateway. So we're going to discuss about the gateways to configure, because you do need to give access to outside users, right? So that's where that secure gateways come. So I'm just trying to get all the Windows screenshots up and running. So we are going to be discussing a lot about those screenshots. I'm just gonna take you there, and while I'll be watching my screenshots, which took me all night. So anyway, but that's the beauty. You have to work hard once. So let's start with the easier topic, which is if I go for hotfix. So hotfixes, of course, you have to upgrade your environment, whether you're on VMware, you're SCCM, you're on any other environment. You have to update those. So Citrix has its own updates going on, but they are a bit different. And you did see that when we deployed last time profile management. You know what happened. I still think that I hope anyone else had done that profile management, because in production environment you might end up doing that for better optimized working of all the users who are logging in to manage their data, that when they're logging in, they're opening their profiles. So you would end up doing that. So it's better to do it at home, take screenshots of those, practice that profile management, and make sure I'm sure that it should not have been the profile management that broke our environment when I restarted after installation of profile management. But I did not check it. I was planning to just get rid of the whole environment, but I couldn't. So now there we go. Now we have, okay, so this is all that troubleshooting steps, where I should add that if the discovery is not there, then we should also go for changing the IMA service from local to network. No, it was for on network. We changed it to local, right? So then I got my servers discovered again. I should add it to that FQ, that troubleshooting list as well. That IMA service can be logged in from. So Ali, what was it? Yeah, recording is going on. So Ali, do you remember that did we change the IMA service from that network service to local account? Yeah, I think it was on network, from network account to local system account, in order to get the Citrix servers discovered, right? Okay, cool. Thanks for confirming. And so these troubleshooting tips you must have, you should have, anytime you're facing any problem. At least we are having a small set of tips and tricks that you should check one by one to go ahead. So this is, I just added one more here, but there are loads of other troubleshooting tips that we should be adding and creating a central database for that. I'll upload it on my forum. Troubleshooting tips, one board for that, one thread for that. Okay, so also Citrix exams are very, I'm still saying that go ahead and do this Citrix exam. It's very important. Get that logo up on your resume, and because your course is about to end, and Citrix exam is still not as tough and not many questions are there, and there is now a big possibility of you passing it easily because you understand major concepts there. And one more thing is that I would really stress you to give the exam ASAP. Citrix exams will be expiring soon. No, sorry, 6.5. 6.5 XenApp exam will be expiring. So, no breakfast, so I was Citrix exams expiring. Okay, anyway, so XenApp 6.5 exams will be expiring soon. So before expiration, many of the Citrix, those who have gone to the course, they are now really crazily doing those exams and trying to cover, at least give one of the 6.5 exams. Why? Even if they expire, your resume shows 6.5. That shows that, oh, this guy has experience from that version. So that person would be very comfortable with the newer versions, or very confident in the newer versions as well. And 6.5 is everywhere. That was one of the best known versions that lasted longer than others, much longer. So whoever is certified on 6.5 will be considered and in better position when it comes to Citrix related jobs or promotions in your current job. So go for that 6.5. It's expiring, and before expiration, huge amount of Citrix community is trying to give that exam. So they're up. It's up for grabs, and it's not having lots of questions. So if you have membership with Exam Collection, if you don't, contact Manzar and get that membership and download this paper and give this exam ASAP. Really. So yeah, majority of the businesses, because it's a very it stayed longer in the market. It was much more stable version of Citrix Zen app. It is coming from presentation servers, right? So Zen app now it's okay. We're gonna discuss 7.6. Then you will see a little change, not little. So, but this has been the most successful version. So if you're not certified in this version, that's gonna be a pity. So go ahead, 6.5, certify it as soon as possible. You got maybe 2 to 3 months left before it expires. So this is the time. Go ahead, give this exam. Huge amount of Citrix professionals are giving this exam now because it's expiring and because you must have that logo. So don't think that, oh, it's expiring, why should I give that? No, it's much better strategically that you should give this exam strategically. Try to understand that. And you should give this exam now, before at least the exam is expired. So the older the exam, the better position you have. Oh, this guy knows all about 6.5, 7.6. He should be much more comfortable. Okay, so this is very important. Download that exam, ask Manzar, and he's very helpful to everyone. So he will guide you through this exam, right? So okay, Citrix hotfix deployment. Let's go ahead quickly for that. Hotfixes. If you cannot just, when you install hotfixes, there are some always you have to be very careful about that. when you're deploying it to production environment, always the procedure is that you, whenever you install Windows, suppose in Windows environment you have critical updates and all those, so there are hotfix rollups and rollup packs in Citrix, and you have to definitely first think that you really need it. It's not like blindly we go ahead and install every new hotfix. There are always that what does this particular hotfix do, which areas of this XenApp environment is it going to fix, and you have to test it vigorously in your test environment. If it's going to be creating conflict against any other software or settings and configurations that you have deployed, or are there for some time and running fine, those configuration settings after deploying that hotfix, it might not conflict or create more problems instead of solving. Or especially if you are undergoing some problem and you see that, oh, this hotfix really solves that, so then you should also be very careful and just install that in the test environment, test it, restart your Citrix servers, give put some pressure on it. Try to log in with different scenarios of users, every different user starting different applications. Try to put some pressure, try to start many sessions, many applications, just to see if that portion of the hotfix does not give any of conflicts or errors. As normally what we do is, our teams, when they get the new hotfix, they put it on the test environment, then they just start the event viewer, and then they give it like 1 or 2 days for the event viewer after deployment of the hotfix. If that event viewer is really puking up something, okay, wrong choice of words, sorry, no breakfast today. Okay, so if it's well, that's the term my colleagues use. So hey, it puked an error. I'm like, what? Can't you just say it gave an error? Okay, anyway, so the errors start coming maybe after 24 hours of deployment of hotfix or critical update or Windows update, or it could just come up right away. So there's no guarantee that error would start showing up right away, or conflict or anything. So you even go with the information logs as well, just to check anything related to the fixes that those rollups or updates or hotfixes did. Any informational log created even for that, and this sometimes even in the information you see big trouble coming. I mean, we consider that, okay, this means we're working fine, right? Well, if you're experienced admin and you have enough time to see the logs, then it's not like just the red logs are to be seen. Sometimes informational logs. One time I was just looking at the logs through PowerShell, and some of the wordings that came for one of the Exchange servers, and at once that was just an information log, but that was so critical information that I was like, what? This shouldn't be in the information log. This should be some warning or some error. But anyway, sometimes it happens that it saves your, what. Okay, so today I'm a bit candid, and so let's go ahead and talk a little more, and then we go ahead with the secure gateway, which is the main topic. Well, hotfixes are also main topic. Okay, again, wrong slide. So fewer hotfixes to install in rollup packs. Hotfix rollup install and function the same way as regular hotfixes. So Citrix releases hotfixes, and then combination of hotfixes combined in the hotfix rollup packs. The hotfix rollup packs undergo more thorough and vigorous testing than regular hotfixes. Oh yeah, so they don't regularly and thoroughly check regular hotfixes. Okay, they're not reliable then. Okay, I mean, they should just vigorously test everything, right? But this is a combination of all those, right? So testing includes monitoring the way a large number of fixes interact. This is exactly the reason they should do even double testing. So as well as large farm scalability and performance. So definitely, if it's a collection of many hotfixes, are they going to interact perfectly, or could there be an error? Because till now, we if they were releasing just one hotfix and second hotfix, and you just install that, we don't know that it would create any conflict. It just fix that vulnerability or problem or issue. When you combine all hotfixes, that's when you really need to be careful. This goes the same for Service Pack 1, 2 in Windows environment as well. That when Service Pack is released, we go through a long list of what it's fixing, and are these combination of fixes or the whole Service Packs really is safe for us. So really, we have to be cautionary about that. And it just happened with our hotfixes that thousands of users got affected, and so we got much more careful. So okay, so let's deploy the latest available hotfix. So this is the link for all the hotfixes that are not all. I'm gonna show you the link where all the hotfixes or ran for all the Citrix products, the latest hotfixes are available. But so there is that page where it says that if you go to a specific hotfix, this one, it's going to show that list of replaced hotfixes within this rollup 5. So whenever we have a rollup, or this is just like the Service Pack in Windows release, we need to see all those options here. Always try to see those. If you're responsible for deploying the full Service Pack or rollup pack in Citrix environment, go for known installation issues, important notes, list of invalidated hotfixes that it's going to invalidate when you install that, or it's going to replace, and then new fixes and enhancements, especially this one, fixes from hotfixes released and replaced since Hotfix Rollup 4. So last rollup until this one, whatever was done. So if you do your homework, you will not face any problem. And sometimes you just don't do your homework and just deploy it and doesn't it just works fine. Let's not make it a habit. It could really be that one day that you will think it's a mistake. Fixes from earlier hotfix rollups and installing and uninstalling this hard roll. So this is some details we in production environment should go through, and documentation we should go and check always. Best practices is there for SCCM, for Exchange, so and VMware for Citrix as well. This is like one time thing. You just read it one time and then at least read it one time, right? So okay. I'm gonna just go ahead now. Order of deployment. So if you have a hotfix, then there is a recommended order of deployment that ensure that there are no existing connections. So rollup pack deployment is very important, especially in large or complex form configurations. Before installing a hotfix rollup pack, ensure that there are no existing connections on the servers where the update is being run. So no sessions are there. And then ensure that the independent management service is running. IMA, you remember last class we actually made that change, that how the service will interact with the application by changing it from network account to the local system account. Backup the data stored database. So of course always when we are making changes in BlackBerry environment, also in Exchange, they all have databases. Their own databases. SCCM has its own database. So all major applications, big applications have their own databases. So any hotfix update, always take a backup. Although backups normally are being taken at it because of their own routine. But you can take a backup right before doing this deployment if the backup does not hurt the performance, or you're of course going to be doing that on the weekends, and you're going to be sending an email, hey, we're about to do that, so we need a downtime for 2 hours or 4 hours, whatever, even if you know that it's even not going to restart. But for surprises, we always take 2 or 4 hours. Okay, so after deployment, always ensure that all servers in the farm are updated to the same hotfix rollup pack level. So yes, all servers should be on the same level. This is the case with every environment. It's not, so it's a best practice with every environment, where Exchange or any other. So Citrix recommends the following order of deployment. So zone data collector should be first updated if they are separately available. or dedicatedly put there, but zone direct collectors, they one of them, one of the XenApp servers within the zone is actually polled to be the preferred data collector. So those, that particular server should be first updated, then backup zone data collectors, member servers, the others, and app servers, then go on. So first you should start with the zone data collector. Common install and uninstall methods. There are many installation methods currently used. So command line, we can install hotfix through command line with msi exec or cpatch commands. Active Directory deployment by using a batch file, installation manager, or deploy via SCCM, the most famous way of doing that in large environments or wherever the SCCM is deployed. All the hotfix management is done through SCCM for Windows, at least all the products, and whichever product you want, SCCM has that configuration changes that would let you do that. So this is the link. So let me just take you to other links that are there. So if I close, so I'm just trying to grab. Yeah. So there is. Yeah. Let me just drag this here. So there is this page where if you are going for recommended hotfixes for XenApp 6.x on Windows Server 2008 R2. Then XenApp 6.5 hotfixes, 6.0 hotfixes. Oh, there is Rollup Packs 6 actually. Recommended XenApp 6.5 hotfixes prior to Hotfix Rollup Packs 6, but the latest one is actually 6, right? So XenApp 6.5 hotfixes are these, and then they explain in detail what each hotfix is going to do. So if we click XenApp hotfixes, it just takes us there. Then there are 6.0 hotfixes. If we keep going down, they're all just 6.0, and we keep going. There are long list of those hotfixes. So we're just what I wanted to do was just to, for example, as an example, I wanted to deploy any one of the hotfixes which does not change something crucial, and we already had one experience of environment got broken, so I don't want to do that again. But anyway, we need to deploy any one of those. So when we click that, so it opens another link, and then we have this download and more details of that. Caution is this release may require you to edit the registry. Seriously, I ain't doing that. Using registry editor incorrectly can cause serious blah blah blah. See, okay, no registry changes. What about this one? Since we are just doing a shopping on that, and where's the caution here? Hey, Mr. Caution, replace hotfixes and invalidated. Caution: several items in this hotfix rollup require you to edit the registry. Hey, can't you just install without adding the registry? Editing? Seriously? Okay, 6.5 are done. So this is the hotfix topic. Let's go. Okay. So I downloaded already one of the hotfixes there, and show in folder. So this is the hotfix with you can see this is a Windows Installer patch. Right click, copy. You know what? I should have tried it in the test environment. Voila, the test environment is here. So this is a 6.5 hotfix. Soft, and we have all the software here. So if I paste it here, one of the thing was that there is hotfix download and install. The second thing was that you will have to manage the hotfix as well. So hotfix management there's another feature here, and while I have double clicked this there, and hotfixes hotfix management is here, and when we go to hotfix details or hotfix summary, we have, okay, the upgrade patch cannot be installed by the Windows installer service because the program to be upgraded may be missing. Yeah, so the main hotfix which it is upgrading is not there, but we have hotfix summary items in hotfix. I think everyone might be seeing this here in hotfix summary. For the two servers there's a hotfix count going on. So this hotfix package name are to roll up. So what I wanted to quickly add is direct hotfix, because then I wanted to show some of the hotfix management features as well, which will be much easier to see when we have one of the hotfixes. So I am just dragging one more here just to get it working. Okay, so this was an upgrade. If I just drag some more of these superseded hotfix, so let's go for another one, which is, so yeah, this is the second page. Yeah, so there are these hotfixes, but we can also go for, okay, if I click that and download now, it's also a small one. As soon as it just downloads, so MSP R06 001, so they're different. They're supposed to be different, but yeah, just checking. And 10 megabytes. Okay, let it download. So what happens is that hotfix management, Citrix has that feature where if we go back to this, okay, minimize this, and I on XenApp server. So hotfix management here is not about automatically downloading something, but it is about once it is downloaded and installed, it is trying to offer some management options to the hotfixes, and hotfix details summary comparison results, then compare to hotfix list, configure hotfix list. So configure, so compare means that if you have hundreds of servers in your environment, and you want to compare which server has how many hotfixes or hotfix rollup packs installed, then you would have a good idea of which servers need to be updated to the latest versions, and as part of the compliance that goes on. So comparison would just take that. So if I click the comparison, I just click the comparison here. Scope for comparison is XenApp, and if I go next here, so it just says that select hotfixes for comparison from server hotfixes or from a hotfix list. If you have a list, a document, or create a new hotfix list. Also, we can create a hotfix list. We do not have any right now. I think, yeah, it is downloaded. So while I was talking about it, this is it. So if I go to show in folder, this is the second one. It's 100 megabyte. Yeah. So if it's not 2 or 3 megabyte, maybe it's not an update. I just am trying to quickly do that. So I'll just put that 100 megabyte here as well, and if I launch that just to get it running, if it makes me do much more than what I am willing to do, then at least what I wanted to show was that which pages do you go to, and how do you select, what are the precautions for installing hotfixes. There are hotfixes, and then there are hotfix rollup packs, and so installation on the first server I have initiated, but then there's hotfix rollup, hotfix management, which I wanted to say to also show. Okay, so it started now, and this is one of, so rollup pack 6. Okay, you know what, I was looking for that, but when we go to that nice page, here. Um, yes, so it says here Rollup Packs 6 for Citrix 6.5 for Microsoft Windows. Yep. So, and here, so 6.5 R is rollup, and 06 for W2K8 Windows 2008, and then there's that version number here. So it does show that here as well, 6.5, and then for Windows W2K8. So this is what I deployed here, and it did not say here that, okay, so for a list of 6.5 hotfixes prior to hotfix rollup pack 6. So this is if you're deploying this before whatever you was information there for previous hotfixes, you should click here if you want to. But anyway, when we clicked to this, then it openly, then it mainly said that this is the latest hotfix rollup pack. Rollup pack constitutes all the other previous hotfixes from rollup pack 5, right? So this is like the source pack 2 or 3 introduced, when it comes for Windows environment. So this is the rollup pack 6 for Citrix environment. I would not want to damage my environment, but here goes nothing. Oh, okay, the product components are being configured. So while this is going on, we should keep an eye on this. But when we do it, we get to know a lot, and I hope we don't have to troubleshoot, because my Citrix environment, after doing so much changes, so much tests, this environment is nearly going to raise up its hands and say, okay, I give up, that's it, one more test and I'm breaking up. So well, this is that one more, and there's another the secure gateway coming, so also we need to see that. So while this is going on, I'm just going to go to the second XenApp server in the farm and expand that. And I was talking about hotfix management here. So it does not have a mechanism for automatic downloading of the hotfixes. But once the hotfix is downloaded and installed, then it has the mechanism for at least managing those hotfixes, right? So you have a mechanism in VMware to download automatically and install. You have a mechanism in Windows environment with WSUS for download. SCCM also uses WSUS for that. Exchange also, well, you can just use WSUS for any Microsoft related products. VMware has its own update management, and this also. Citrix does not have an update automatic download and install management, but once it is downloaded and installed, like I'm doing that, then it just goes ahead and this is the latest rollup pack 6. So all the vulnerabilities we might be have seen lots of errors coming. So there may be many hot fixes or addressing those errors which we were facing in our environments. Discovery was not good. There was no other errors as well. So we never deployed any kind of hot fixes. So now we are doing that at the nearly end of the course. So anyway, if we had done it before, so we did not had the raw environment to work on. While this is installing, so one of the server is installing this, the second server does not have it yet, and that's where I wanted to use that compare to hotfix list, that I wanted to deploy that on the first server, and then it would just show the compare list, and then it would also show the hotfix list and what hotfix are installed on which server and what are not available on which server, or how does the summary really look like, and the details of the hotfix list. So while this is being installed, then I can show you the hotfix management. So there's nothing complicated here or technical here, other than next finish, as long as it doesn't do anything to initiate troubleshooting. I hope. Please don't. So while of course it would require a restart. So while this restarts and everything, I would want to discuss the some of the smaller topics that we could know about while this hotfix is still working on the installation. So I'm just going to go to the second server, and so I'm going to create one session here, and I wanted to the profile service. Yeah, it's still giving that error. So I'm just going for Internet Explorer and some small things that we did not talk about while hotfix is going on. Okay. Oh, done. Okay. Has been successfully configured. Close. What do you have to say? And you must restart your system to complete the installation. Okay. Go ahead. Are you sure you want to cancel this wizard and lose any details that you specified? Which wizard? Oh yeah, there was that wizard for comparing the hotfix list. So no, I don't need that. Yikes. So last time I restarted, and you know what happened. So I just wanted to make sure that at least one hotfix is there, and then it comes back, and how does the summary looks like? How does the hotfix management report that? Okay, the second server. When are you planning to do that on the second server as well? But this is something that you should try, guys, everyone. So this update rollup pack 6. So I should send that link there as well. This is the link in the slide as well. I always say in every class that I'm gonna upgrade that slide. So yeah, once and for all, I'm just gonna put those remaining slides to their Dropbox links. So this is that main link which I put in the slide, but I'm just gonna send it to you as well. Here, well, I don't think anyone is following me, right? So by the end of the class, it happens. It's okay. It's now I take it normal, but it really before I never used to take this normal. Hey, yeah, one or two has to be following me, but now it's online class anyway. In one-to-one class, I always say, "Hey, follow me." So, okay. It's in that slide. So, well, when you get the slide, you will get the link, and or if you want to ask that, I'll give it. So we have installed the latest. I can say service pack, but it's not service pack. It's Citrix Rollup Pack 6, which is the latest one. So I'm just gonna log back in again. Citrix domain /administrator. I did not install on the second one. I will initiate that installation, but okay, I did change the passwords. Okay, then we talk about gateway, which is the most important topic. Then in next classes, we're gonna go for Citrix Zen server. You should know how to install that and configure that, and then hopefully if you are all with me, I will specially take a vote for the next lab, which is the latest version of Citrix with XenApp and Zen Desktop. It's not XenApp. It's something totally bonus thing, right? Not bogus, bonus. So it's 7.6 Zen Desktop, which is having the XenApp as well. If you're all with me, and if you promise to have the labs running with me, then I can only go with the latest version, and we download that, install that, and get it up and running. Okay, and discuss especially what's new, right? That's what you really need. But if I have active support, right, like you're working with me, and this time I'm gonna make sure you're working with me. How? I'm gonna have you start the team viewer. If you are all with me with the latest, I'll go, otherwise I won't go, right? So anyway, okay, so this is already deployed. So Citrix XenApp, so App Center, let's go ahead. Oh, it should, so it was restarted, so let's see if it discovers. Oh, please work. No surprises, please. It's Sunday morning. Nobody had a breakfast yet. We're all the brunch people, breakfast and lunch, brunch. So go, 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 go. Come on, come on. You know why I did not install also on second server? Because I need to install secure gateway and discuss that. In case I should have planned it, later, the hotfix. Um, it's already done. See, so the new update rollup pack 6 introduces a lot of other things other than, hey, it used to discover so quick. Now, see, it's taking time, and it's trying to, yep, okay. So it's trying to discover the environment. The second server has no hotfix whatsoever, while this one is trying to discover, and even this discovery window is newer. Okay, heart pounding now. So anyway, I'm on the second server now, and does it give me any detail? Did it detect anything? If I just go ahead and refresh, okay. When I click refresh, it's trying to work on something, so it did not let me click. So if I go back there, I'm clicking on anything else, but it's actually trying to discover what's going on the second server or the whole form environment. After rollup 6, it's just discovering. I hope it stops at certain stage. Otherwise, I will let it go. Well, what else can I do? I cannot. Well, I can cancel it, but that means. So performing discovery, Citrix App Center, and there you go. So again, we're facing. Okay, so that's how we install hotfix, and let's go with that secure gateway now. So you will all be today is the comedy day as well. So you're like, ha 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 ha! Look at this. Anyway, or you would be saying, huh? Why did you even plan it first? But what we are going next, it does not require an intact environment. I should not say that for production, but what we need to learn the concepts from installing the secure gateway would be the main thing. While I get that service issue, no. So there's that thing. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this. Maybe I could just uninstall that update. But this is okay. You know what? Ali, you said it. So if it works, high five. See my hand on the camera. High five. Okay. Anyway, so yes, the IMS service did not start. It is supposed to start automatically. IMA service should be detected and started, but it did not. On the XenApp server 1, but would it? Oh, you can see this MFCOM service is on starting state. Okay, if this is not started, we're gonna have a problem. So they are taking time starting. I'm gonna give them some time to do that. So while this slow troubleshooting will go on, I'm gonna go to the second server, and we are so hotfix management. If we get to have that environment up and running, we're gonna talk about hotfix management. But hotfix management is not something big. It's just about comparing the hotfixes, and oh, you don't have it, so then we still have to install manually, right? So the pages I want to show the pages where you go and download what are hotfixes and rollup 6, what are the precautions, and then we get to do this. Okay, so definitely we would want to really try it in our test environment first, and I just went straight to hotfix, latest hotfix, and installed it. Otherwise we go for maybe, okay, let's install the first hotfix, rollup 4, rollup 3, or we get to go to the forums and at least check, hey, which hotfix rollup did not have issues when you install that after a raw environment. We did not install any one hotfix even. So okay, so enough with the hotfix. Any questions you can put there, otherwise I'm going for that other topic, which is one of the last mucho importante topic. Okay, this was wrong Spanish, but anyway. This is all about, so I'm just gonna close that. Done enough. So Windows could not start the Citrix independent management architecture on a local computer because this MFCOM is starting. Um, okay, if I go to the MFCOM, hey, why don't we do that same experiment there? What do you say? Okay, apply. Okay, new login name will not take until we restart. Yeah, whatever. Okay, and restart the server again. While this is going on with this, I'm just going to start talking about this secure gateway. So there are security related installations, but this is not only security related installation. This is how securely the users, or how the users will connect from your outside environment to your Citrix environment. Citrix, and then of course they have to be securely connected. So now I have a bunch of screenshots to talk about and show in another application. But what's going on here is that secure ICA is all about encrypting the session between the client and the server. So this is not used a lot or much, but the concept is still that you want to secure the session between the client and the server. Then you just have to enable, you have to go somewhere and enable that secure ICA, where we're going to go and check. Then there is that SSL relay, that outside traffic connecting to your environment is secure. This is also not used that much or at all. Well, I can't say at all, but not used much. SSL relay includes that you must have a certificate, security certificate installed, deployed to your server, XenApp server, and then that security certificate should be in the client machines as well. Then the all the outside users connect to your Citrix environment. Then comes the secure gateway, which is the software version of the gateway. Well, when I say software version, so this means that access gateway is actually a physical appliance or a virtual appliance. Access gateway. So secure gateway is the light software version of that gateway, offering many options for the outside traffic to enter our Citrix environment. Of course, you would know that this is access gateway is more expensive. You need licenses, and it has lots of other features. There is virtual appliance that if you have ESXi deployed in your on your VMware environment, you can deploy an appliance there. In our VMware lab, we did that. Those who attended that, sorry. So we tried appliances as well. So secure gateway. So there's the difference. Installed on Windows, installed on it's an appliance, so it's a physical slash virtual appliance. So where the appliances start installed. You can install the appliance in any kind of hypervisor, like Zen server, Hyper-V, or ESXi, or you can just install it also in this VMware workstation as well. Uh, but physical appliances are mostly recommended for in bigger environments. You would see that it's physical appliance for access gateway. We had that when we deployed the presentation server 4.5 couple of years ago. I was gonna say million, but anyway. So secure gateway, we're gonna try to install this because this is a software that comes with the DVD of Citrix XenApp 6.5. It has lots of options, so lots of concepts can get can be clarified with that. While I just talked about this, I'll just do a quick checkup of my first server and just log in and open the environment. Then I'm gonna come back there. So there's going to be switching back and forth. So guys, as system administrators, we should be very useful to multitasking. So this is what I'm doing is not technical. This is just logging in and testing and maybe checking the services and ultimately uninstalling the that rollup pack. But I'm gonna let it load a little and give time for the services to start. So I'm just gonna go back and talk about that secure gateway. So we have ICA that encrypts our client to server communication. Then there we have SSL relay, a secure socket layer, which works on 443 port. And you need security certificates on the server side and the client side to connect. Both of these are not used much. What is used a lot are these two. So what we are in position to do is to deploy the secure gateway and try to know the concepts behind that. And we're gonna also be needing self-signed certificate to be deployed in the IIS or Internet Information server, which is a built-in role in Windows environment. But we're gonna use IIS 7. Don't use IIS 6, which is older. So there are lots of stuff, but main thing what it is used for is secure gateway is used to get or control and let the outside traffic access our Citrix environment securely, right? So so many of the terminologies or concepts will be there. So let's start with this. So I'm on the second server. I'm installing this gateway on one of our XenApp servers. If I was in a production environment, I would go for installing it on a separate machine, but this would be used by who? I mean, the small companies, right? If they have small Citrix environment. But Access Gateway would be the one everyone would be using. Access Gateway is just like that appliance, just like a rack server, and then you just configure the connections with the XenApp servers and to the firewalls. So we're gonna be talking about that, and we're gonna see some diagrams as well. Let me get those drawings here. So okay, it was okay. Just sec. Okay. There you go. SSL relay. So we have. Okay, so SSL relay. I'm just gonna start putting stuff here. So first is this, which is SSL relay. So you can see that users are connecting from outside. There's just one firewall, and SSL relay has to be configured on the XenApp servers. Pretty simple environment here. Clients connecting from public network and to the XenApp environment. We're gonna check and go there and check where we can configure SSL relay. This is also used for applications and sessions as well. Like if I go back there and try to check this. Oh, I'm on XenApp server 1, so definitely I would go for anything on starting. See this? It broke it. So that's mfcom is on the starting state. The service pack did say that I have to make some registry tune-ups. So I have to make some registry changes for it to work, right? Okay, so this is how sort of Rollup Pack 6 is installed. But you can go ahead and do this, and I would really recommend that go ahead and do those registry changes. We never know when we are put to this situation where we have to do that in the production environment, and if we have practice enough, we would just go for and easily do that in the production environment. So when you're doing the screenshots, just try to go ahead further than this, that try to make it work as well and put the registry changes. But I have many other topics as well, so I have just initiated the uninstallation of that, and I hope it does not break my I hope the uninstallation does not break anything. We can see that the main mfcom and IMA service, which help discover the Citrix XenApp servers, are not working after the installation of the latest rollup pack. So in production environment, in the testing environment in the office, I would definitely go ahead and check all the registries, but I would do my homework. I would have that full list, and I would have gone through all the forums. And you must close all this. Yeah, so okay, I would have gone through all the forums, and I would have a huge document to test that. But it's a test environment. I would still deploy it and go with those registry changes and all those precautions. But here I just wanted to show, install it, and then just go ahead and try to uh, go to the next topic, as we understand that okay, this is not very complicated, but I am running into issues right away. I always have that habit of doing it everything live, so we get to see a lot of errors as well. So yeah, let me just recap again for what we were doing. So what I was saying, that SSL relay is used for clients connecting from outside to the XenApp servers, and you need a certificate for that. But where is that configured? So if I go to my second server, I have any application here. So suppose any of the applications. And it's kind of a little busy. If I close that, I should not. You know what? I should not have done that, but anyway, I have to restart that. So it's still in shock, the second one. Of course, if the first one is going through non-discovery, the second one would also have that effect. So let me, because I took the screenshots as well, so this is something I can still relay while it comes back and restarts. So this is it's going to be just one click or one checkbox that has to be enabled on advanced application deployment, and you would say, oh, that's it. And this would, at least you would need one certificate to be enabled. So if I go back to my second server here, just to show, if I go to start and administrative tools and then go to IS 6, well, 7 is not there, but I would definitely prefer to go for 7. If I go to first one and go for administrative tools, so we did not deploy that source pack 2 or 3 or any updates, so that's why there's no IS 7, but let's go for 6 even, for at least checking the options there. So if I go to 6, open, and SMTP virtual server right now is not in the starting state. Okay, it's started now. No, it's not gonna show it like this. If I connect, I need to have IS 7 added from the roles, which I'm going to do a little later because of this installation it's going to uninstall and restart, so hopefully we're going to get back to it. So what I'm going to do is, the steps I can just type here are live, that all you need is install or configure uh, self-signed. Well, this is just for test environment. Do not do that in production. Self-signed certificate. Also, um, but in prod or production environment, you go for the public CAs or certificate authorities, I.E.VeriSign, GoDaddy.com. So these sites and many other like Bluehost also issue certificates. No, sorry, they don't. So these and many other sites are giving public certificates. Certificates do two things. Security certificates do two things. Anyone knows that? They authenticate and they encrypt, right? Okay, so what's the next thing? If I go ahead and start another picture, now we have a new picture which is showing us a secure gateway environment. So that's what we're going to deploy now. So client device, this is the internet, unsecure network. The client device is here. The client device has a root certificate. There is a server certificate on the that secure gateway, a server dedicated for secure gateway, and then there's a root certificate here as well. So root certificate here, and the client has root certificate assigned by this environment. So and this is our local network where all the XenApp servers are. So what's going on here? You can see this. There's a firewall here, and this is the internet, then firewall, then the demilitarized zone or DMZ environment. Everyone knows what is DMZ? So if I put DMZ, anyone knows what's DMZ? So you can see here that the firewall protecting from outside traffic, and there's a firewall protecting from inside traffic as well. So DMZ is that there are some critical network resources, application servers deployed, and gateways are deployed, which need to be safeguarded from not only outside hacker attacks but also from inside attacks as well. So DMZ means protection from outside traffic as well as inside traffic, right? So this is how so what we are seeing here is that the traffic is coming from outside, then the firewall, then we have installed a Windows machine, and on the Windows machine we have installed secure gateway, and also web interface is available here because the client will be connecting and opening the web interface, and then a firewall again, and then there is that XenApp servers with the STA authority, STA as well, which is secure ticket authority. We haven't talked about that, so we will talk about that. We briefly talked about in the start in the start classes, but we're going to talk about a little more today. So there are those XenApp servers. There is Citrix XML service that is connecting the client with the web interface, and also it is the web interface between web interface and the XenApp servers, right? So XML broker services used. So what is going on here? The client connects from outside. The client has to first touch this secure gateway, and from secure gateway, the secure gateway actually then forwards it to web interface, and then through web interface the client is connected to the environment where the applications are loaded and used. So this is how it is. So client through the first firewall to the secure gateway to the web interface to the internal environment. Um, Secure gateway for its installation requires at least one secure STA server. Every XenApp server is STA as well, or secure ticket authority. And what is secure ticket authority? So a client, when connecting to secure gateway, needs to be given a secure ticket to be able to use the XenApp environment. If the ticket is not issued for authenticity, then client actually is not authenticated, and the user cannot connect to the XenApp environment. So STA is always provided to the client to be able to securely use the XenApp environment, right? So this is the environment we're going to be installing on our XenApp server, a secure gateway, of course. And uh, for that, we need to install the certificate as well, and we need to add the IAS as well. So it's going to be many things that we will be deploying. But then there is another picture that I wanted to discuss about, which is going to come when we are installing the environment. And this is this bigger environment, which you may not use. I mean, you may not deploy it this way as if, but you may in bigger environment. So what's going on here? There's internet, there's firewall, there is that dedicated server with only secure gateway installed, first stage of DMZ, then again a firewall, then now another secure gateway proxy available, which is just helping to forward the secure gateway traffic. It is just an extra hop. You can see double hop here, right? Extra hop or extra second layer of security through which the clients have to connect. And so secure gateway, some of the clients might need to be forwarded through secure gateway, and those who are connecting through web interface has to be forwarded through that. Or you can also make it that the outside client is first connecting to secure gateway, then double authentication of secure gateway proxy, although it's just forwarding the connection, same connection, but it's just second stage of security. Then web interface, then it opens the web interface after second level of security, and then the STA ticket is a secure ticket is issued to the client to be able to use this environment. So now this double hop DMZ also is available. Okay, so there's a comment there. Let me drag that. So in my X company, they had passcode system, which user received code when user wants to log in, the passcode setup in DMZs. Okay, so the companies definitely would have extra authentication put there, but this is not one of them. Secure gate, you may have a third-party passcode system, an extra layer of authentication, and this is very common with many of the other accesses. If we have any servers deployed in DMZ for also other environments, there are some third-party authentication systems. So Ali, if was it specifically Citrix passcode system, or was that application Citrix application? Was there a Citrix logo there? Otherwise, it could be a third-party extra layer of authentication also available, or identity management software. Many of the company semantic ID management software, which just authenticates and lets you get in. So there could be many layers of authentication, but this is just when we get down to secure gateway, we will know that how it is trying to how can we configure that, and what are the options that we see there, and does it ask for extra layer of authentication or not. we're going to see all those options there, but this is just to understand that there are two layers of authentication or double hop DMZ we can configure. So you can see firewall 1, firewall 2, and firewall 3, and then the internal network starts. So that's for extra cautions. And let's go ahead. So we do understand that there's this environment and then there's this environment, but we get to understand why, what is it used for. What I wanted to show about the SSL was that if we go back to this SSL environment, and if I add a slide here, what I wanted to show here was this, that if you may recognize this step, there is an application or community desktop, and there were those advanced options. I did go through advanced options when we were deploying the applications, or even already published applications. You can go to the advanced options, and when you go to the client options, there is that enable SSL and TLS protocols. It does not take a lot of delay. It does not make a delay if you encrypt connection encryption, if you encrypt the connection. So there is no minimum requirement for this option. This setting on the client device can override this option. So the thing is that if you make the connection SSL connection, we're talking about this, encrypted, it's not going to delay the communication and back and forth application packets going on. But this is just to enable security on application level, on the connection level, and I'm gonna go to that and just see that if we can check this box for SSL relay, which I said already is not used a lot, and encryption levels will just drop down menu will come there, but people don't use that a lot. So this is one of the screenshots that I wanted to show. And since there's another screenshot, so what I'm trying to do here is, because of my environment, it's going to reboot now, and hopefully we get that working. Thank God I had the screenshot, so I'm just showing that I don't have to go there. Also, so client options are there. If you right click any published application, this will come, this interface will open, right? So client options are there, and if you enable the SSL for client connectivity, then these are the encryption levels that you can select, again, if you want to use that, and it's there, right? But we're going to use it for secure gateway as well, not this option, but the SSL and TLS option you're going to see in the secure gateway deployment as well. How to create a certificate, or where to go and create that certificate, right? So if I copy this, so I was saying that for SSL relay or for secure gateway, you would need what? A certificate, either public or self-signed. Self-signed just means what? That, hey, trust me, I have a certificate here, either not public, or self-signed. So I am the trustworthy secure gateway here, and I look at this, I have a certificate as well that proves that I am authentic. So self-signed just means that you're saying, hey, I issued a certificate for you to trust me. So so this is always funny. Self-signed certificate is just for testing environments. We do not use it. So public certificates is where you say that, hey, trust me because VeriSign trusts me. And yes, when you go to the VeriSign and ask for a security certificate, it's a small 52 or 50 KB file. So VeriSign also cross-check your company. VeriSign also cross-checks your website. Are you a legit establishment? In the government, it does its cross-checks, and then it issues you its certificate. So that's why other companies also believe that, oh, VeriSign, wow, they're expensive, but yes, now I can trust this other company as legit, and I'm gonna do business with it because it offers this level, this certificate, which will do the authentication and encryption of our communication and data, right? So right now for the test environment, we need to create a self-signed certificate. And how do we do that? I wanted to show that there, but since I have a screenshot here, if you open the IAS manager, not 6.0, then this IAS manager opens. There is that okay, the screenshot is not of very good quality, but it is create self-signed certificate. When you click this, you can go ahead. It's going to ask what is your server name, what is your company name, all the normal usual information, the OU, the department, and once you create a certificate, and that's it. You can use this certificate. In fact, this Citrix XenApp server will automatically detect that certificate, and you need that certificate to go ahead and configure the secure gateway, right? So there is, so let me just add some more screenshots to this in order to get that. Uh, so the certificate deploy friendly name server certificate. So let me just show you how it detects that automatically. If although it's the SSL window that I'm showing here, but it detects if you go to server certificate here, it actually display a friendly name or enable SSL relay. You will see the same thing in secure gateway configuration as well, but server certificate, it will detect that certificate right away. So this is the environment. I mean, this is the way we can create a self-signed certificate. I want to do all this, so I'm just gonna quickly go back and try to. So you need to restart your server and click yes, definitely. Okay. While it is restarting, minimize that. So I just wanted to talk a little more about this secure gateway. So installing secure gateway. So first thing would be that if we are installing secure gateway, now the screenshot I wanted to show was this. You may remember this option. So this is not, I mean, inside the XenApp environment, so I can at least show you that, but it's going to stop at where we don't have the certificate available. So I'm just gonna go there now and go try to install that. So if I go to, oh, it's back. Let's see if the services are starting. Citrix domain administrator, passwords. Okay, starting. While it is starting there, the main thing of concern was, I'll put it on the services. I'll open the services window. That's the first thing we would want to see. All services are still saying started, but this service is saying, well, we can just give it another when we start or push our service. So there is that question, by public certificate you mean domain certificate. So if the public certificate, if I go to the website and go to okay, GoDaddy is very famous to give you certificates. So they're all domains, website, hosting, web security. So if I go to web security, SSL certificate is there. So if we go there, want customers to come back, protect them, strongest encryption available, security experts here to help you, automatic setup for GoDaddy hosted accounts. This is a security seal on your website. On any of your website, you can just deploy that SSL certificate. Then you see these prices there. So if the by public certificate we mean any public website that's giving the certificate. If we go to VeriSign, enter, this is purely the website for SSL, semantic VeriSign certificate. So protect your website and grow your business. This is also for your servers as well. more than SSL, a total of, no, not for security, SSL protection and trust to a whole new level. So yeah, if we go inside, so SSL certificate, so this is a public certificate, right? So you would want to purchase the certificate. If I go to buy online, individual certificates, 10 or more certificates, a management console, or 25 or more certificates, increase certificate management. So there's a public key infrastructure or PKI environment that needs to be created. So you can go to public CAs or certificate issuing authority, SSL, by GoDaddy or VeriSign were the two examples, or you can go to local certificates, which is just going to show here in the roles. If I just go to roles, this is the domain certificate that you're referring to. If I go to add roles, next, so this is a Active Directory certificate services. Now this is that domain certificate services, and this is internal. So this internal certificate services will be good for internal environment, while of course public will be the one that the other companies would want you to have in order for the other companies to exchange data with your company. If you deploy this Active Directory certificate services and you say to the other company, hey, I have ADCS, so I have my own certificates, so the company would say, no, that's not good enough. You have to have some outside certificate. Some outside company should go through your company and then assign you a certificate, right? It's not necessary that the certificate authorities go through your reputation. It's for their own reputation. They always try to check your company as well, some of the expensive ones. In other certificate authorities, you just go and buy, and that's it. They don't care. They just say, give me the server name and company name, and this is, and we're gonna just issue a certificate. That's it. So guys, I managed to do that again, and okay. So what is going on here? So if although this service is these two services, so MFCOM and independent management architecture, these services are about to start, and this, if MFCOM is stuck, then there is a problem. So what I go and do and check is dependencies of this service. DCOM server process launcher is one service, and RPC endpoint mapper. If I go to DCOM server process launcher, this is started, and it does not give me the choice of, and this depends on remote procedure call, and remote procedure call depends on all this. So if I go to RPC, and yeah, it also does not offer me restart. So there you go, there you don't go. So yeah, I would have gone through the configuration of registry settings, but what I ended up doing was that, hey, what does a rollup would really do? It's like just like service pack, right? No, it broke right away, the whole thing. So I wanted to, okay, this is a break time. This is a good time to break, right? So today, okay, I'm just taking a little cool. So guys, let's have 15-minute break. 11:44. We gather at 12. By that time, I would expect myself to be, getting this service up and running. Hope so. Or get you to see the secure gateway. I also have screen snapshots available, so if I go back, I hope that environment also works, because it's Citrix and it's Citrix and on Windows, so a deadly combination. So anyway, 15-minute breaks, since Ali did not ask for that specific minutes as well. So it's we gather back at 12. 15-minute break, and everyone. So it's 15-minute break, right? So I am pausing it now. Resuming, recording. Okay. So we are back from the break, and I get to fix that problem. The same issue, changed from network service to. So I went to, these services were not starting before MFCOM and IMA. So just try to go to the dependencies and then try to restart all these services. I would be careful if I am on the production environment, but so then but ultimately when I changed this from network to local, it just worked, and then the second service also worked. So what's going on now is the farm is back. It's working fine. So I was also trying to install. Get the IAS 7 manager, which was not you could not see that before, and so I had to just go to this server manager here, and then to roles, and then to add roles, then go to next. Sorry, not here. Web server, in the roles, web server, right click, add roles and services, and then go way down, and I just clicked this one, IIS management console. When I clicked it, it said it is the IS 7, right? So next finish, and then it is installed, and it is showing there in administrative tools here. So as per the slide, the steps, so I put it in the slide as well, because when I'm going to just share it, so you would know these steps as well. So we need to just create our self-signed certificate for this server, and then we're going to go ahead and start the secure gateway and configuration. So I'm just going to make sure that I create a server certificate that is self-signed, because there has to be some kind of security certificate for the secure gateway to go ahead and get configured, right? So there has to be, we're not going to the VeriSign or GoDaddy to purchase a certificate, and so we're just going to try to configure one here. So what I will so I'm gonna go to the IS Manager 7, and then just go and expand this IS Manager 7, click here, and then go to server certificates and double click that. So there is no server certificate issued to this server for the authentication to take place from the client, and for the secure gateway to fulfill one of its requirements, that this server does the server has a certificate that authenticates and encrypts data or not. So we are creating that certificate now with the create self-signed certificate. We can create a domain certificate as well, but for now, for test environment, we can just go for self-signed certificate. For domain certificate, we had to install that Active Directory certificate manager, the whole thing, certificate services, the whole role we had to install. But for self-signed, we just can go ahead and avoid that. So specify friendly name for the certificate. Our server name here is Citrix mem01. So I'm just putting that there, press OK, and that's it. So that's Citrix mem01 is the name of the certificate I put, but if I want, and then if I double click the details, and issuer is the Citrix mem01, valid from Sunday, December 2015 to December 2016, 1 year validity. Subject name is the name of the server, FQDN, and these are, then this encryption is this SHA-1, and enhanced key usage is this, and key usage. Then there are some security details. and main thing is the thumbprint that identifies that this is the particular certificate that we're using. 004438 could be the last if you want to compare it somewhere else if we have deployed that certificate. So I'm pressing OK here, just one click, giving the name, a friendly name, and that's it. So if I go back, minimize this, and what I am interested in doing is to deploy a secure gateway, which will help us get the traffic coming from outside to enter our network securely. And it's kind of a bit longer procedure because the first the major steps would be that major steps for that would be for secure gateway that we have to install. So configure self sign. This is just for the lab environment, not for the production, that you cannot have self sign there. Self sign certificate. And second thing is that we must have so let's then install and configure secure gateway from XenApp 6.5 DVD or ISO, and then configure our web interface to know that now it has to interact with secure gateway for the users. So these are some of the major steps. So we already did the self-sign certificate. Now let's go and install the secure gateway, and for that this is the way to go for it. I'm just gonna go back to my Citrix XenApp XenApp server, and then we are going for that DVD. So I'm just gonna open the Windows Explorer, go to computer, double click the DVD, it starts. So it's manually installed components. Let's go for that. Then common components, and there you go, the secure gateway is showing here. So so we're gonna install that and try to understand some of the concepts that are going to come during the configuration. So okay, so it's 3.3 secure gateway. It is strongly recommended to exit all window programs before running this setup program. Okay, like okay, so IS manager and event viewer services and whatever. Okay, let's go ahead next, and then there's that accept agreement. Next, secure gateway or secure gateway proxy. We would just want secure gateway for now, and the list segment of so typically you would install the secure gateway in a single hop DMZ. The first segment of a double hop DMZ or inside your secure network. If the first server has secure gateway, second server in another between another firewall can have the secure gateway proxy, as we saw in the diagram as well, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead next, and it will install the regular required paths. So the account they're saying which to use, so I'm just gonna go for network service here. This is the preferred one, and then go next and next. So this is installing, then we're going to configure that and try to know some of the concepts about that, and hopefully it picks up that certificate which we created, the self-sign certificate, automatically. Okay, so it is done, and now it says the secure gateway must be configured before it can be started. So click OK to launch the secure gateway configuration wizard, press OK. The wizard starts now, press OK again. So we can have a standard secure gateway, but let's go for advanced one just to check out some more options. So to view certificate details, select an entry in the list and click view. this is that certificate we just created, and it automatically picked that up. If we go and view that and go to the thumbprint 004438, exactly, this is a certificate which we created there. So next, and then there is that secure socket layer SSL3 version 3, which means more better encryption, TLS, transport layer security as well for moving data, portable data. And then the cipher suite for how do we cipher and decipher. It's near to encryption decryption, but it is also a very good security measure, but it's not used for lately for at least outside communication when it comes to VPN and installing some other requirements, but it is there for security and encryption. So we're going to select the defaults. Okay, this option here, monitor all IPv4 addresses. This shows that this is just saying that you want to listen to the inbound or incoming traffic on all the interfaces or network interface cards on this XenApp server or on this secure gateway, or do you want to specify that which network card will receive the incoming traffic. Incoming traffic means the traffic coming from the internet to your XenApp environment. So whichever network card you want to specify, or you can go for, hey, I'm receiving secure gateway traffic from all network interface cards on port 443. And this is only available if you have created that certificate, either self-signed certificate, or if you have Active Directory domain services, Active Directory certificate services installed and configured. Then you can go for domain certificates, or if you can go for public certificate from VeriSign. You just have to add it there in the IS and it will pick up from there. Next and next. So yes, we are saying that listen to inbound traffic from on all interfaces of this server, right? So next, then there is outbound restrictions that you want to put is outbound connections. No outbound traffic restrictions. Well, this is a default option. Then you can go for that secure gateway proxy that I showed you in the diagram before. That you can put the secure gateway proxy and try to configure some of the options there, that the traffic coming from this port and those servers and this IP address should be able to only go outside, and any other than that should not, and secure traffic between the secure gateway and secure gateway proxy. So there was secure gateway proxy in another server and secure gateway in another server. You can also click that, yes, try to secure the traffic or encrypt the traffic between these two gateways as well. So this is just extra level security. Or then you can use access control list, which is just the starting and ending IP address, this range on this port and this protocol being used, only let them pass through the secure gateway and use our services. But we're just gonna put it as no outbound traffic restrictions. And then I'm just putting next here. So now this is the STA, or secure ticket authority, and we have to add one server that contains that service, right? So click add to enter the details of the server running the STA. Configure multiple STAs, provide failover protection. So we can, so STA or secure ticket authority is available with all XenApp servers, so you can add any of those XenApp servers. Let me just check if there's that service also available with this name. If I go to, well, it should be under Citrix Citrix Secure Gateway STA for secure ticket. So it's ST smart card streaming nope, or ticketing, anything that says ticketing. So no, if I go to just S, and well, doesn't show it like that, so it's not by that exact name. Okay, sorry. Well, okay, so there is that. Yeah, it's not by that name. Most probably it's by the another name, but there is that service that is available on the XenApp server. So you can add any of the XenApp servers just to fulfill this. But what does Secure Ticket Authority does when the users are coming from outside the users are even from inside when the user connective connection request is coming to the XenApp server, there is that ticket issued to the user. Oh yes, you can use this XenApp environment and all the published applications. Since our users are all domain users, so STA is given automatically. And even those users coming from outside, of course those users will have to be are already created in the Active Directory, and the authentication will be done. STA will make sure that they are our users, and then it will offer that secure ticket to use the XenApp environment and all the published applications, right? So I'm just gonna add the name of our Citrix Citrix mem01 dot citrix domain dot local server, and then we can also do the secure traffic between the STA and the secure gateway. If we select that, it's going to change the port to 443, which means the traffic will be encrypted. So secure gateways receiving outside inbound connections coming from internet, and then STA is available on the XenApp server. So between the secure gateway server and the STA server, you're trying to encrypt the traffic if you want to. I'm just going to uncheck that just to make it simple. Okay, so one STA defined here, and security ticket authority specific cannot be contacted to ignore the warning. Back Citrix mem01 dot citrix domain dot local. Yeah, that's the name, right? Citrix mem01 dot citrix domain dot local. Did I put the spellings wrong? Or I could put the second server mem2. Press OK. Security group specific cannot be contacted to ignore the warning. Something wrong. Well, I hope it doesn't spoil the show, but press OK. Continue. Does it continue? Well, oh, then there's the ID, STA details. I need to put the ID there. Secure ticketing authority. So I need to get the ID. So let me get to those pictures where the screenshots where I was practicing that. Yeah, no outbound traffic in the previous one, and then we were just giving, yeah, it is not supposed to ask the ID, and we're just supposed to give one server. So identifier is servers running the STA 906. There's a long alphanumeric number that needs to be provided in case it is not contacting that server. So I'm just gonna check if all the services are running still, and what secure gateway, seriously, that service is not running. Non-service. So if this is a non-Microsoft service, contact the service vendor. Okay, let's call Citrix now. And what? Okay, so what is wrong with you? Anything with network service is not gonna work? Are you kidding me? Anyway, oh yeah, not gonna work. So okay, secure gateway. Well, we are configuring it. The service has just been deployed, and I actually selected that. So this should not be the case. Let me cancel that out and go back. Certificates found. advanced, next, certificates, all, yes, 443, no outbound restrictions, and um, this is saying ignore, but if I go for this, it's still saying, so it's not about security, right? Firewall, there's an option, there's a chat there. Firewall, well, it's worth checking. Firewalls are off on both actually, and but it was not supposed to, it did not give me error when I was testing that. Yeah, that's the, so slash scripts slash ctxsta.dll, the path for that, and it could not find this information. The secure ticket authority specified cannot be contacted to ignore this error and enter the ID. So we can enter the ID from Citrix XenApp 6.5 secure gateway STA ID, ticket authority cannot be contacted. Yeah, that's the one. Oh, seriously. Cannot enter the secure gateway, blah 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 blah. You may be running XA5 on 2008, in which the Windows firewall may be turned on. I just confirmed it's off. To test firewall issue or try to telnet to your STA server from the CSG on port 80 or other blah 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 blah. Telnet Citrix 80 will do. Michael, thanks, but I am running everything on 2003. Oh, seriously. Okay, still got this problem. There's no while. If you telnet on blank screen, try get just if not, it could be a firewall that is not working 100%. We have that same, and okay, still stick to firewall. Since I did not yet install blah 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 blah. Okay. Follow this and register the port for XML and port sharing. Seriously, IAS is answering and not the XML service. Scripts dot, yeah, this is the line. So if you already bound the port to 81, you should be able to configure it in SG and WI like this. XML servers 81, not 80. Okay, all STA servers have to be in this notation. Internal FQDN 81. I think port 80 is being used already. Okay, what? And security, how the certificate generated, what constitutes. I just needed to know the ID for that, just to put the ID there, get the ID and get it. So is there a version? So after setup certificate, we need to configure and create website and Citrix. No, so after self-signed certificate, we don't need to, and it works fine without that. Yeah, ticket generated. So STA ID. And where can I find that ID? It is a hash ticket, so must be very unique. This allows a gateway. If I need to get the ID 0 to 16 characters, administer it to a particular STA, secure access manager, gateway server. So it is also generated during the gateway. Okay, so web interface, secure gateway. That's what we were trying to do. So web interface is configured as well. How do I enable logging at the STA? Why does the IS lockdown to break the STA? How can I test the STA to be sure it is working properly? Interpret the STA log files. Oh, STA log file. Okay, I can get the ID from there. Okay, so it says this, and let me open the notepad. Ouch. And this. Where's my beloved explorer? Okay. Open, for God's sake. Okay, so should be giving an error 402. So script slash ctx sca.dll mem01. Exact this name is chosen here. You know what? I should not have created a certificate with this exact name. Let me create another self-signed certificate and come back here. Cancel. So it's gonna stay here. It's gonna start installing again. I'm just going to put that IS manager and remove that self-signed certificate and create another one with another name. Server certificate, or I can just change the name here. No, can't. So remove, yes, and create a self-signed certificate. And import, create certificate request, create okay, nothing, create self-signed, that's it. So just and restart. Start the IS manager. Go. Okay, it started. Now I'm gonna start that wizard again. Or secure gateway configuration wizard is here as well. Press OK. Advanced. Next. This is the certificate found, which is no longer the certificate we are trying. Don't detect this certificate. So alright guys, so you know, things happen, and I'm just going to go for program secure gateway uninstall, because it detected that and selected that certificate automatically. Oh, wow, seriously? Hello. Okay, something bad happened, so we're gonna come back after this break. Oh, okay, please wait until the current program is finished. Yeah, what else do you think I'm doing? So yes, wow, it's in shock. How dare you remove me? I can't be removed. Seriously, I should not be clicking like MS Office. But this was just a normal remove, right? Okay. Task manager, you know what we do with these kind of problems. This. Oh, it's not letting me. Okay. Gone crazy, so Okay, this never happened to me actually. uh, does the okay Citrix domain backslash administrator. There are some other concepts that I wanted to discuss after the STA. I can do that on server 2 as well if the secure gateway was still not installed. Yeah, it is uninstalled. Okay. Okay, we got rid of it, but just to get it back again here. So secure gateway. Since we created another certificate here, so we had to uninstall the application. And it starts, I accept, next, secure gateway only, and next, account, well, network service recommended by Citrix, so let's just give it another try. Go, 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 go. Finish, yes, launch, okay, advanced, next. Seriously? Okay. Maybe I need to restart. So, next. And hey, what about 01? No, what about DC? It has so then Citrix domain.local or saying this FQDN, but seriously, it should not have worked when I was practicing as well. Use default. If I just change that port, I think it's gonna work. Instead of the default port, well, here goes nothing. Okay, definitely nothing. If I go for default, port 81 I also, I guess, used, but it was 8082. Enter the ID, click continue. Okay, let's enter the ID. Okay, one more thing is that I'm just gonna check the logs for that. Logs created. Oh, I did not enable that. Logs creation, delivery services. There is. This is secure gateway. Logs. Oh wow, secure gateway did not create any logs as well. Resource module errors include war. Back gateway bad request forbidden, gone, internal server error required, not allowed, not acceptable, request entity, unauthorized variant, include and the final thing would be event viewer. Seriously. This was 1233. Oh, just recently created. MS SQL, Citrix meter frame. Cannot be used with Windows authentication. Client 200.3 login. This login is from an untrusted domain. Seriously, again you did that. SSPI handshake failed with the error while establishing connection with integrated security. The connection has been MSI installer. So let me just check the services again, because we are getting, as we are trying to install some more application on the same server, this is really getting, although, and what are the dependencies? There's no dependency because it's not fully. So recovery also, restart the service on first failure, restart the service on second failure, restart the service on third failure, enable actions for stops with errors. Okay. Just gonna try to start if it fails. Event log. So system, review the system event log. So I was looking for application event log. So let's go to the system event log, and there it is. This is secure gateway service terminated with service specific error, incorrect function. And Citrix secure gateway service entered the stop state. Portable device eliminator. A service was installed in the system. Citrix secure gateway, and this is the exe file for that. http.conf user mode service auto start anti-authority network service. Come on. So portable device, so this is the path for that. So Citrix secure gateway bin ctx sg svc, and then it put some switches there, run service. Doesn't give me a clue. Okay, so service terminated with service specific. So the service is not installing. Okay, I'm just gonna try on the second server. Maybe because on first server we tried so much, and remember we also installed the service pack and then had to uninstall. I don't know what else it took away while uninstalling. So I'm just gonna try quickly on the second one. And I need that IS7 there, so I'm just gonna quickly install that roles, and then go for web server, right click, add role services, go way down and go for IS management, which will install the IS7. Next, install. So once it's installed, okay, so gateway is about to get installed, but I just want to get the certificate up and running before that. So web server IIS, come on man, move it. On Sundays something breaks, so always come here with proper lunch, right? Brunch. Oh, it's gonna be lunch anyway. Come on, move it. Yes, you, web server. Okay, done. Close, start, administrative tools, IS7, and server certificates. After selecting this, go for server certificates, self-signed, name it Citrix 1, press OK, certificate created, minimize, go for secure gateway, next, license, secure gateway, path, network service, next, network service, well, go for it. and then it's going to ask for advanced installation. If it stuck here, then I have to come up with that, and in next class I have to show you the full installation, or I will record that and send you the video of the successful installation. It should work here. We haven't been able to do that there. There's the first one, so I'm on the second one. Okay, let's configure the gateway now. Press OK. It's advanced. Next. Okay, can you believe that certificate found for this server? Next. Let's go for this interface. Oh, how many interfaces I have? Okay, there's a link there. I'm just gonna open that. Just one thing I wanted to check as well, which is open network connectivity. I have just one adapter here, and the second one is disabled. Okay, adapter wise I'm okay. Next, and I'm putting this information here for FQDN of Citrix mem02. Yes, I'll be just checking. Give me, because if this error same applies, then I'm gonna start opening the links as well. Citrix mem02, Citrix mem02. Press OK. Okay, where's your link? So so this is the link that Ali has shared. Thank you for searching. The server certificate received is not trusted SSL for receiver users. Your app is not available. So the following error message cannot connect to the Citrix XenApp server SSL 61. You have not chosen to trust certificate authority. The issuer to those. Is this related? But it is on the same server I'm installing, and it works actually. It did work before. And it has to do with STA services actually, you know. And in this scenario which you put, there's no this it does not apply for security gateway scenario, and we are installing security gateway. It's for storefront, which is the next version of web interface. Oh, it's for both. Okay, but is it for secure gateway? No. So well, you're trying. Thank you. And secure ticket status is marked as down for Netscaler. The status. So we could get any clue here for how to get the STA error. Although it's secure gateway, this is only more if set on the only requests sent through HTTPS are accepted or SSL only. Oh, seriously? I did not set the SSL there, right? So if I go to the App Center, to the application, I'm sure I did not put the SSL there. Any published application, application properties, client options, yeah. Well, oh, you know what? I just gave 0 here myself. Next. Oh, it goes. What about DNS? Yep. What about the DNS server? You did not check it. Oh, you know what? It just went ahead 0, but I have to research because you know it was saying give it an identifier from 0 to 65,000. So I just put 0 and it just went ahead. And this is how it looks like. But if I give you a screenshot about the DNS, if I just go for CMD, it's NS lookup 201, and my DC is seriously, where's the OOBE? OOBE, enter. Yeah, 201. It's okay. Yeah, DNS is okay. So, but guys, let's just see the next of that. You know, the secure gateway. So I'm just gonna go ahead. It just works. but I need to find out the reason for that. That why did it not generate automatically? Anyway, so we're just going to go for, we just gave one value that STA will start working. So now the next option is connection parameters. No connection timeout seconds. If for connection timeouts, how long do you want this in seconds? And also concurrent connection limits, unlimited. You definitely, we cannot put unlimited there. Maximum connections, it's suggesting 250, but if you see your server is high end and it can take more connections, the environment is scalable, there are enough XenApp servers, so then you can go for more than 250 as well. And then next is certain devices logging exclusion. So certain devices such as load balancers can generate unnecessary log entries, so you can exclude some of the log files that could be created when the secure gateway is up and running. So we can add the IP address of device to exclude some of the load balancers, or can generate, so some of the load balancer or another other appliances that you've put there, you can put the device that any logs created for this device, just ignore them, right? And then next here, the option is details of the server running the web interface. Now this is what we were trying to understand. Indirect, to access the web interface, users enter the URL of the secure gateway and then they are directed to the web interface. Installed on this computer, the secure gateway URL will be there. But this just means that first the outside or inbound traffic will be touching the web interface, and then it will be redirected to that first it will be connecting to secure gateway first, and then from secure gateway it will connect to the web interface. Even if it is installed locally, first the secure gateway will be touched by the outside traffic, or it will receive the traffic and then it will forward it to web interface. This is called the indirect, or you can click direct, which means what is going on already. The traffic from outside can go directly to web interface. So indirect is there, and we selected that because it's installed on this computer, and TCP port is 80, which is okay. Next is logging parameters. Select a logging level, warning, error, and fatal events. Yes, log all those events, which is okay. Start the secure gateway, finish. So that service which we were trying to start, it is starting now. You know what, on the first server I should just cancel that, and I just put a number there and it worked. So I'm just gonna go for second server now. So then there are other requirements as well. Now there's that secure gateway configuration and all programs. If it is now configured, so secure gateway configuration wizard and secure gateway diagnostics is there, and then there's that web interface and secure gateway management console. But we need to go for Citrix web interface management, and we need to tell the web interface that now you also have a secure gateway to deal with and to forward the traffic back to. So outside traffic comes inside, touches the secure gateway forwards it to the web interface lets the traffic go, and that's the connection, gets the ticket for STA ticket, or secure ticketing authority gets a ticket for the client, and the client connects to the XenApp environment, and then the connection goes back and the client is connected, right? So web interface will receive and send traffic to the secure gateway all the time. So web interface must know that there is a secure gateway installed on this server, on this environment. So if we go for the web interface management, we already remember this area, that where we configured the web interface to open on the client side. So I'm just going to right click that. We did go through these options, but we did not talk about secure access at that time in the early classes. So I right click this, and now we're going to go to the secure access there. If we go there, it says that right now specify details of the DMZ settings, including IP address, mask, and associated access method. So right now, direct method is there. This means the traffic is supposed to hit directly the web interface. So we can actually edit that here. If we edit that, there are many other options showing. So if we see this direct option is there, then there is alternate option, which means there could be an alternate public IP that you can give to this server, and the traffic will first hit that public IP, and then it will connect to this web interface. But this has nothing to do with secure gateway. This is just internal secure access settings of the web interface. What we are concerned, translated just means that if the public IP is mapped on the firewall with the private IP of Citrix, then the traffic will first hit the firewall and then will be redirected to the web interface. But what we are interested is in gateway direct, which means that the traffic has to first hit gateway, secure gateway, and then secure gateway will put that traffic to web interface, or send that traffic to the web interface, right? Gateway alternate just means that extra public IP is there, one extra hop you're putting before it reaches the gateway, or translated means the same thing, that you map a public IP on a firewall to the private IP. But what we are interested is, first the traffic must hit gateway directly, and then it should go to that web interface. So this way now the web interface knows, oh, so there's a gateway in our network now. And before, the traffic was hitting the web interface directly. Now through gateway, secure gateway, the traffic will be hitting that web interface. So next, and then it is asking for specify gateway server details for any user devices that access this site through the access gateway or secure gateway. So I need to put that URL there, and the URL that I just put a moment ago, I'm confirming my screenshots there, that this URL that I need to put is exactly, I got it right or not. So it could be that URL, which if you're sitting at home and you're opening a Internet Explorer, and then you put a URL there, and suppose I put a URL citrix dot your company. Some of you might be using that already .com. So at home you have to have a connection or a URL to reach your company's Citrix environment, right? So always they give a URL, a publicly published URL that can be accessed from the internet from anywhere. So this is what the clients will put in their browser at home, and then when the this website is accessed, then the request is forwarded to your Citrix secure gateway, and from there the authentication happens, and it is forwarded to the web interface, and from there, so this is the URL that the end users need to know, right? So, and it also says that enable session reliability as well. The session should be reliable after the client's requests are coming to this public site. Within the DNS of this site is the forwarding mechanism that would forward your request to the secure gateway, so the clients could connect to that secure gateway, right? So request tickets from two STAs. We already have one STA defined, but if we have two STAs, at least every client, if there are hundreds of clients connecting, they would all get the secure ticket to use the XenApp environment much in an optimized manner. So this is what we put there. If we go next, now secure ticket authority URLs. Again, specify gateway server details for any user devices that access this site through the access gateway or secure gateway. So I have those screenshots that I need to put, and there what I put there before I'm gonna put here. So what I tried to open in this Internet Explorer, you remember that link that I was trying to open for SD, is it yeah, this one. So but that's for, I have configured that on 2. Let me check. So this is a secure gateway URL, right? It's suppose it is scripts and cts sta.dll. So when we were configuring secure gateway and I put that value of 0, at that time this URL was created. See this? So continue to this website. Okay, if 404 is coming, this means that in the troubleshooting in the forum, on Citrix forum, it was saying that if your secure gateway or STA is working fine, then just check this URL and 404 should be coming. And I was mentioning before, 404 did not come. So it just means at least the STA is working fine. So I just needed that link to be put here, secure ticket authority URL, right? So STA I have put mentioned mem02 there, back there. So this is the server that's going to issue the tickets, secure tickets, to every new connecting client, so it could start using the XenApp environment, right? So press OK here and use load balancing as well if you want. The load balancer functionality is there also in the secure gateway. Then bypass failed servers. If the servers are, one of the servers is failed, then bypass it and go for the working one and click finish. So when we click finish, you can see that this is the diagram or the picture showing the exact configuration that we made. So this is the outside client connecting through one firewall DMZ. It's expecting us to have a DMZ, I mean, so, and then there's a secure gateway, then there's another firewall. So this is secure gateway plus web interface, and then non-translating firewall. So there is nothing in between this secure gateway firewall and the XenApp servers direct access. So XenApp servers can be directly accessed from this secure gateway. So this is how it is depicting here in the diagram. All others are what I already talked about, that there's translated, and then there is that other type of connectivities, but this is what we connected, and it's expecting this environment to be inside the DMZ. So 2 firewalls, one for outside, one for inside, and in between those firewalls the secure gateway is and web interface is installed. So this is how we create connect or at least configure the secure gateway. If we had traffic coming from outside, with this configurational steps we have taken, that outside traffic will first be touching or hitting the secure gateway, and then it will be directed to web interface, and then we can have. But for outside traffic to come inside, of course, we need to have a firewall, or in our DSL router we need to configure port forwarding, and then we have to have an outside public URL, and from that public URL, the outside traffic from internet will be redirected to our DSL router, and through port forwarding it will be redirected to our server, and on our server then it touches the secure gateway, then it touches the WI, and then it goes to the XenApp server. So this is the full environment, but this is a secure gateway portion of it, and what type of concepts and features are there that we need to know in order to deploy a secure gateway. But we know that companies use actually access gateway appliances, virtual appliance or physical appliance. Secure gateway pretty much gives you a lot of idea about how access gateway would have would have those features inside that, but it's more advanced and more expensive as well. Secure gateway, you can see it's free, right? But it gives you a pretty good idea how it would redirect the traffic in access gateway as well, although it has some more advanced features. Any questions? Let me know. Otherwise, happy remaining Sunday and see you on Tuesday. So I'll be communicating with the group. If for Zen server now, I'm gonna be deploying some more smaller things of Citrix and then also Zen server. You should know how to install Zen server and how it looks like, and I could possibly be coming up with just environment for 7.6. But if you're really active and want to work with me, so there are two classes more, I would say. So next Sunday would be the last one. But we can take it a little further if you want with 7.6 if I have some enthusiasm replied on my email. Then what you would require Windows 2012 R2 environment with Zen desktops and XenApp. This is just something extra bonus thing, right? But it depends on how enthusiastic you are to go for that. What's remaining is Zen server and some of the smaller features. And I would ask you first if you want to go for Zen desktop 7.6, the latest version, right? And if you're interested in SCCM, yeah, 14 classes. So that's why I'm adding a little more to cover up the whole thing. So if you're interested in SCCM classes, let me know. We'll be starting it soon. Email us, and or anyone you know. So we'll be starting SCCM in depth, and this time we're adding SCOM, some of the SCOM, SCOM, and we're adding SCVMM as well, System Center Virtual Machine Manager with SCCM. So it's going to be two bonus topics or subjects or software as well with SCCM. So let others know as well. If you're interested, you can join, and we're gonna be connecting the cloud version of SCCM, which is Intune as well. Okay, so this is it for today, and we're going to be okay. So I will let you know about the SCCM class. Thank you. Yeah, we should be starting soon now because Citrix is ending. Okay, so goodbye and have a nice remaining Sunday, and please screenshots everyone. So this is it, stopping the recording.